Madison, Wisconsin, CN, siding with an atheist group. A federal judge in Wisconsin ruled Friday that an income tax exemption for housing from members of the clergy violates the Establishment Clause because it benefits religious leaders and no one else. The parsonage allowance, codified in 26 U.S.C. 107(2), allows for a payment separate from a pastor's salary that is used for paying mortgages, utility bills and other housing-related expenses, which can be excluded from gross income on tax returns. The 1954 law applies to a minister of the gospel, which the IRS has interpreted to apply to certain religious leaders of Christianity and other faiths. U.S. District Judge Barbara Crabb ruled Friday that the parsonage allowance violates the Establishment Clause because it does not have a secular purpose or effect, and because a reasonable observer would view the statute as an endorsement of religion. The Freedom from Religion Foundation Incorporated, or FFRF, challenged the law in a federal complaint, claiming the tax break discriminates against secular employees in violation of the First Amendment's Establishment Clause and the Equal Protection provision of the Fifth Amendment. The defendants are the United States of America, Treasury Secretary Stephen Mnuchin and IRS Commissioner John Koskinen. FFRF officers had filed a similar complaint in 2013 and Judge Crabb ruled in their favor then, but the Seventh Circuit vacated her decision on the ground that the plaintiffs did not have standing to sue. Nevertheless, Crabb reached the same conclusion in her decision Friday. Although defendants try to characterize 107(2) as an effort by Congress to treat ministers fairly and avoid religious entanglement, the plain language of the statute, its legislative history and its operation in practice all demonstrate a preference for ministers over secular employees, the judge wrote in a 47-page decision. The ruling ends a nearly 65-year precedent and threatens churches across the county with nearly $1 billion in new taxes, according to Beckett Law, which represents a group of churches and pastors that intervened in the case in January.